Welcome back guys, it's Nemo 20G. I'm pretty excited to give you an update of the Fluval M60 at month 8. There's been some pretty great growth. I've had a bit of a switch of a light fixture which has made a big difference. So I'm going to run through each coral like I did for the update 4, and if you want a bit of a comparison, just go back and look at that video just to see how much the tank has grown. But without further ado, let's get on with the coral update. Now before I get going, here's just a quick shot of the front of the tank. You can see the left side has kind of grown out quite a lot, whereas the right hand side is still kind of a bit behind. I'm kind of developing that sector a bit more, adding corals and mostly acropora to be honest, so it's going to be a while before that side fills out and looks as full as the left hand side. So the big issue at the moment is Bryopsis has made a return. This is unfortunately when I went on a holiday. The food machine kind of chucked a lot more in than I wanted it to, leaving a bit of a nitrate spike, and it returned pretty damn quickly. The fluconazole is smashing the hell out of it again, so you can see like here it's starting to go white. Hopefully it's just a little bit left here, so it should be gone within 4 to 5 days hopefully. The zoanthids on the other hand are doing really well. It's kind of pesting it here, that's why they've kind of started receding a bit, but hopefully with that going in a few days we'll be back to normal. There's nice polyp extensions on the skirts, nice orange colour. These are the fire and ice ones, lovely colour. I did have a flame angel for a while and it nipped the hell out of my sunny D's. It must have taken quite a liking, but they're now nearly back to full heads, which is quite astonishing seeing as they were bitten right down to the stump. So that's pretty good that they've grown back. The green Ceratopora is absolutely massive. It's about the same width of my hand now. Probably grown way too quickly. Kind of left with a bit of a narrow margin between the glass and the rockwork now, so that's probably going to need a prune soon. The green Montipora is kind of grown that much. It's grown into the digi, so that's going to be interesting to see what happens there. The green Slimer coral on the left, from month 4, this was literally tiny. Now it's really starting to take off. It's been pretty happy there. You get a nice pulp extension. Same with the one slightly to the right, to be honest, this one. 2 different types, one's an SP and Aspera, and one's just a young guy I think, I'm not too sure. 2 different types, but both growing pretty well and showing nice pulp extension. You can see Angelica there, she's called. It's looking pretty grumpy. The lawnmower Blenny, it's pretty cute to be honest. The only fish in this system that doesn't seem to get on is those 2, so the mother clownfish and Angelica. So the bigger clownfish with the female really hates her and goes for all the time, which is a bit strange. You can see this is a new coral, a bird's nest, or a bird of paradise. A nice neon and purple colour there. The kind of one that's starting to take off slowly now is a staghorn, purple staghorn. I believe it's Australian. I'm trying to get a nice zoomed in picture here. You can see the Bryopsis popping through there, it's just really annoying. Also managed to get bubble algae pop back in the system, and I've just really given up on it. It's just starting to go everywhere, so as long as it doesn't get any of the corals I'm not too fussed. The blue Gomezia coral is showing good pulp extension. This coral is a really slow grower, but whatever the colours are kind of developing with my system stability, I'll be pretty happy. Let's have a look further down. So we've got Acropora, so Millipora I think. That really lost its colour for a long time, which I was a bit disappointed, but it's starting to show them back now. I was using a 4-bulb T5 with a Kessel supplement, which really wasn't doing much for the corals, kind of making them live. Great pulp extension, but it's no coloration. This is a new piece here. We've got the toxic Monty Cap, which is not, I've literally had it 1 or 2 days, so it's not yet encrusted onto that putty there, but likewise it's going to look really good when it grows out. This side was the only side I could really get a good shot of the Milka stylophora positioned at the top left now. I'll just try and zoom in for you. There's some nice growth tips, as you can see. Just take the exposure down a bit so you can see in that top left bit. It's doing really well up there. I'm a bit frightened that it might be a bit too high up in the tank, but it seems to be doing okay at the moment. As you can notice, there's a tiny piece of gomezi up there. I accidentally snapped a bit off when I was cleaning the tank, which I was really gutted with because it grows really slow. I stuck it up there and it seems to be doing okay. Just a bit of an experiment between the light higher up and the one being positioned slightly down. There's another coral up there, which is the tabling aquapora. Really don't know the name. I need to kind of sort that out and find out what it is, but it's keeping a nice purple colour, which at lower lighting it's starting to go green, so I've moved it back up. But I'll try and just get a nice side shot of that side of the tank there. And there's a bit of a ceratopora at the top right, which I just a bit snapped off that I didn't really want to throw away. So it's probably the best money shot at the tank at the moment, with everything growing pretty nicely. Other than that, guys, there's the Kenya coral, which is positioned here. There's another kind of self-fragging bit of that around here. 2 hammerhead corals, one here, one here. That one's kind of like a purple, bluey with green combination, and just a standard green one on the right hand side. There's a yummer coral at the bottom here, which is really nice. The what do you call it? Blue hornets right here. This aquapora here, I was placed at the bottom, is a red planet, so I need to kind of position that on this island. That will take a long time to colour up, I should imagine, and it requires kind of highlighting, so I'm going to have to slowly adjust the LEDs to ramp them up a bit, which might have a few altercations in the tank. As you can see there, she's going for... That's a bit strange. That's probably amazing that I caught that on camera, but the lawnmower blenny just got a real good hide in. I really don't know what it is with them two, but she's the most peaceful fish in the world, and she never attacks the bigger clownfish, so I might have to move her to a separate tank, as I really don't want to lose her. But then you got Anthea Bartlett, who absolutely loves this tank, and since I've been feeding gold pods, so you can see these Nios gold pods. Try and get her. There we go. She absolutely loves these, and it's shown really good coloration. Starting to get a bit of purple back and pink. So other than that, guys, there's not much to update on other than growth, but dosing I really need to do a video on. So once this algae's kind of cleared up, the bryopsis, I'll do a bit of an in-depth as to what I'm dosing and what are the plans for the future. Thanks for watching, guys. Please don't forget to like and subscribe.